the topic of Young Miami taking, urine from Diddy, like having her pee on him, that's been something that has always lingered in my head that I've always wanted to discuss because while most of the general public felt like it was disgusting, I feel like it's nasty, but it's like this is someone's lifestyle though, and I think that it's because it has been relevant to me, not relevant, but like another word. It's let's just use the word fine. It's fine to me because I've done research on alternative lifestyles and sexualities and BDSM. Like, I think that that's a part of that sort of lifestyle. And in that world, like, all that really matters is consent. Like, nothing is really too crazy. Everything is on a spectrum, and we all are on a spectrum, whether you recognize that or not. But because even if you're vanilla, and hold on, before we even get there, child, if you want to even go any further in this conversation, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel because child, I'm gonna start getting a little bit spicy on here because there's some real that we need to talk about that I feel like the media is not doing a real good job on, and that's the whole reason why I even started my channel. So anyway, back to this conversation about BDSM and peeing on people. Like, if you're interested in that type of stuff, like, go look it up. Go look up what BDSM is. Look up the vocabulary words. Take a quiz and find out like what your identity would be in that world. I take the quiz probably like 3-4 times a year at this point because it's always changing. Because from the first time I took it to now, it's definitely changed. So see like what kind of person that you are. Like, would you be a dominant? Would you be a submissive? Like, what is it that you're attracted to? Because once again, like, nothing is really off limits in that community, and it's like I had experience with that before I even knew like what it really was, and the person did get consent, and it wasn't a bad experience at all. It was a great experience, but it's like, oh, like, not like, I wish I knew exactly more what I was getting into, because we could have got into it more or whatever. But like, and also like people come and tell you like, oh, like, let's try this, or I'm into BDSM this, and it's like you need to ask like questions. You need to ask questions, and you need to be like, okay, so what are the boundaries? What are the limits? How far are you willing to go? How far are you not willing to go? Like, what is it that you're going to be comfortable with? Like, set a safe word for when we say this word, we're either going to pause or we're going to stop to give each other a break, or just stop, and because if they're not taking care of you like that, they're not putting boundaries about what is about to happen, a session like what is about to go down, there is no boundaries. And if something is really happening and you need to say like, I'm not comfortable with this, or we need to stop, you have no language to express that. And so that's what this communication and this research gives you. And I think that when Carisha and Diddy, I don't know if they actually practice BDSM or if it's just a thing that he does, because the thing is like with BDSM and kinks, when you start learning about it, you're like, oh, like, I always like this, I just didn't know it was a kink per se, like if he puts his hand on my throat or whatever, like, that's not really considered vanilla, vanilla sex. So I think we all start off as vanilla, and if you have curiosities or whatever it is, like, you need to do that research and get with a partner and do the research together and have conversations about it together, because it's fun, like, it's fun, and it's just about learning more so that you really could just have better experiences. That's what life is about. But anyway, I'm trying to stay on track with like why this conversation was so harmful in the public was because there was no care, right? There was no care. And to say, once again, I've practiced BDSM before without even knowing it. It's like you want to know what you're walking into. And I don't know if Diddy practices the lifestyle or he just does it, because once again, we all do certain things that are a part of BDSM in our normal life without actually knowing it. And I think that when you have these conversations, especially as celebrities, we are seeing different lifestyles. People are becoming polyamorous. We talk about threesomes more and stuff like that. And it's like it's not like people aren't open, but you just have to make sure that you are having respect, right? Like, I like to listen to experts, podcasts and stuff like that, sexual content, people who practice this as practitioners, or who are learning about this stuff in school, because everybody loves sex, everybody's interested in sex and stuff like that. And it's like, well, from how many angles could you learn about it? Do you just want to learn the biological way, or do you want to kind of learn like the spiritual way and stuff like that? And I feel like that's probably not what Carisha is experiencing, because if it was, then you would probably approach the subject in a different manner. Getting peed on could be a kink, it could be a fetish, it could be something that Carisha just experienced or that she likes for the first time with Diddy, or maybe it's something that she's been doing. Who knows? I don't know. Not our business, not my business, don't really care. I don't like it, I don't think it's cool, but if it's cool for her, then that's fine. And once again, like, it sucks because, you know, she has young kids, and it's like when your kids grow up, you're gonna see these types of things. And it's like, and even like, oh my God, I missed the biggest point was that even though the stuff that's going on with Diddy, nobody is saying it's bad that you're gay, or if it's bad that you want to live these alternative lifestyles and do these crazy things. All you need, though, is consent. If you're not getting consent, you are getting in trouble. That's all this is about. That's why I hate when men be like, oh, we just trying to take down a black man. Nah, but what happened to all of the black pain and trauma and hurt that he's caused to all of the black women, all of the black people who have been impacted by his actions, both financially, mentally, spiritually, in every way? So it's just like, once again, understand what you're walking into, test your partner, and see how much they actually know about what it is that they're trying to do and what it is that they're trying to practice. And if they're not seeming confident, if they're not answering your questions, or, you know, nobody knows everything about everything, but if they're not giving you a base level as to like, what am I about to do, and am I going to feel comfortable with this, and if I don't, is it going to be a clear path for me to stop? If that is not clear to you before engaging in any type of activity, then you need to stop. Okay, so I definitely want to know what you guys think about all of this stuff, what this alternative perspective that I'm giving on, you know, like the getting peed on and BDSM and stuff like that. Are you guys interested in that lifestyle? Have you looked it up? Have you done your research? Have you taken any quiz? I'll put a link for you guys in the comments, okay, for those of y'all who listen to the end, and you guys can take the quiz and see what you get. You know, if you want to talk about it, or interested in what I got, you know, DM me, hit me up on any platform, and we can talk about it, because that's what it's all about. It's just about being open-minded and discovering new things about yourself. Okay, so thank you guys so much for listening. Once again, please like this video, and I'll talk to you in the next one.